Hello, we're the PNC Newsgirls, Mia
and Maya, reading the news 6 days a week because you're too lazy.
Tuesday, June 20th, 2023. How's it June 20th?
June's already almost over and I feel like it just started. Is it officially summer yet?
No, that's tomorrow.
Ah, okay. In accordance with his principles, one of these,
Gentry?
we're gonna go with that, will defend the worst kind of tyranny, though it may be leading a people to ruin because it is the fleeting embodiment of the authority of the state. Another will reject even a highly beneficial government if it should happen not to be in accord with his notion of democracy. Notion of democracy. Adolf Hitler.
Also, we're gonna be kind of late today because I slept in way too much. Anyways, on to the quick call. United Nations planning digital ID linked to bank accounts. Essentially, the objective is to have people, devices, and entities all tied up in a connected network that can apparently be centrally, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Administered seemingly by unelected bureaucrats. When those planning this future scheme worry about any negative impact, they never see it as potentially affecting everyone, but only civil society or selected groups excluded from social benefits. Meanwhile, the WEF has just partnered with a leading biometrics company to advance its own agenda to digitalize humanity. No, thank you. I don't want to be in a computer.
I like it. I like being here. Don't
Yeah.
being computer. Can I sleep eternally in a computer though?
Ooh, no.
Like, hear me out. Okay. Disciplinary. That's what that is. Disciplinary.
Yeah.
Hearing against Trump attorney John Eastman begins in California. Los Angeles, AP. What does AP mean?
Associated Press.
Okay, thank you. I thought it was something press, but I wasn't sure.
Yeah, we looked up once.
Okay. In an effort to disbar conservative attorney John Eastman, who devised ways to keep President Donald Trump at the White House after his defeat in the 2020 election, will begin Tuesday in Los Angeles. Eastman is expected to spend the day testifying before the State Bar of California in a proceeding that could result in him losing his license to practice law in the state. He faces 11 disciplinary charges stemming from his development of a dubious legal strategy that was aimed at helping Trump remain in power by disrupting the counting of state electoral votes. State Bar's Council will seek Eastman's disbarment during a hearing before the State Bar Court that's expected to last at least 8 days.
Okay. U.S. planning to interfere in Russian elections. Lavrov? No. Washington has openly embraced the goal of disabling Moscow with an eye to the 2024 presidential election. Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov said on Monday, the U.S. is not stopping its vicious practice of interference in the internal affairs of sovereign countries. Lavrov told the meeting of a ruling United Russia party. The forms of such interference are very diverse, including threats, blackmail, and the organization of color revolutions. The bloody coup d'etat in Ukraine that succeeded in 2014 was attempted again 6 years later in Belarus.
I thought it was Belarus.
Belarus? That sounds right.
I could have sworn that was Belarus.
Okay, yeah, that's probably Belarus. Unsuccessfully, the foreign minister explained. This obviously won't be the last step. They openly set the goal of undermining domestic political stability in our country in the context of the 2024 presidential elections. Because, of course.
5 Palestinians killed as Israeli forces raided West Bank camp. Mourners laid their loved ones to rest hours after the Israeli military used helicopter gunships during a large-scale intrusion into the occupied West Bank's Jenin refugee camp, killing 5 Palestinians and wounding at least 91. The fiercest clashes in years began early Monday after Israeli soldiers stormed the camp, firing live ammunition, stun grenades, and toxic gas. according to the Wafa news agency. Combat helicopters were used for the first time in decades after the ensuing hours-long fighting. Okay, bulk column. And you get the cancer one.
Oh my goodness. Don't clap. UK teacher brands pupils disciple in gender row? I'm so confused. What?
What does disciple mean?
What?
What's disciple?
It's basically a student.
Okay, I read that as despicable somehow.
Oh, it might be despicable.
That might be despicable.
Oh yeah, it's despicable. That's disciple.
Okay, that's despicable. So
Okay,
I got right.
Brands pupils despicable in. Okay. That makes more sense.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, a British school teacher has accused her 8-year-old students of holding despicable views and threatened to report the. How do you report a child? After they suggested that there can be only 2 genders, according to a recording posted online. The 3 to 5 minute audio, which was uploaded on TikTok, was captured during class at Rye College in East Sussex, one of the 10 primary schools run by the Aquinas Trust, which was linked to the Church of England. British media reported the incident on Monday. During the lesson, the unidentified teacher can be heard arguing with 2 girls over the idea that there can only be 2 genders. One of them says gender is linked to biology, and that she expects that view to be respected, just as she respects different opinions on the matter. Why is this 8-year-old more mature than the teacher?
Yeah.
Tell me.
And you can't report somebody for having different political views.
Yeah, you can't report somebody for having a different opinion from you. That's just,
Like what?
that's just dumb. Like,
Also, I like this meme here. It's revolt against the non-friendly world. It's just
a poo with like a little
umbrella above a sandcastle in a storm.
A poo is just adorable. I can't
poo is
explain
adorable.
why. Like at first I thought a poo looked kind of like weird, but
it's adorable.
The more I see it, I'm just like, it's absolutely adorable.
Like, look at this little umbrella, the little sandcastle. It seems to be working though.
A poo is officially friend.
Yes.
Already was because I don't know, that's the friend meme or something. But yes.
Okay. Number of teens who don't enjoy life has doubled with social media. It's the new Great Depression. Since the rise of social media, depression and feelings of hopelessness have skyrocketed among teens. Nearly half of teens say they agree with the phrases like, I can't do anything right, I do not enjoy life, and my life is not useful, roughly twice as many as did just a decade ago. These are staggering numbers, just enormous increases. Psychologist and generational expert Dr. Jean Twenge told the Post. And parents are rightfully very concerned about their children's mental health.
Alrighty then.
She chewing?
Yes.
Second decided to steal my snacks. You have to, once you get to like the last column, you have to stop. That's how it works. So you're done chewing by the time your story comes around.
I tried to, but there was something stuck between my teeth. Anyways, powerful North Carolina Republican House Speaker had. Why did I get another cancer one? Had group adult signs with the people wanting political favors. And an affair with his wife. Of course, if he's doing that, it's an affair with his... An affair, with his wife?
With wife of ex-town councilman.
For years.
It's not his wife.
Okay. For years, ruining a lawsuit claim. North Carolina House Speaker Tim Moore is being sued by Scott Laster, who claims Moore used his position to entice his now ex-wife into a 3-year affair. Last year, a former Apex City councilman says his wife Jamie, executive director of the North Carolina Conference of Clerks of Superior Court, admitted to the affair. The lawsuit states that Jamie said she had group adult stuff with other individuals seeking Tim Moore's political favor, but implored her husband to allow it to continue so she didn't lose her job. Also got a new meme.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a very weird.
Oh, this is actually the little face is a picture of the, what's it called? Thumbnail? Yeah. For a thing. So.
Oh, go.
12-year-old facing criminal harassment charges after sending Hitler drawing to Jewish teacher. That's what they drew. that Hitler drawing. They drew Hitler and sent it to the Jewish teacher.
Okay.
Can you even imagine what it feels like to be unappreciated? New York Post. A Jewish middle school teacher in I hate pronouncing this.
Massachusetts.
That works. Has resigned after facing anti-Semitic harassment by a 12-year-old student who allegedly made Nazi jokes and sent him a drawing of Adolf Hitler. That's just funny.
Yeah.
Morrison Robley, 25, who taught social studies at Nesicus
Yeah, Niscus.
Regional Middle School in Dalton, told the Berkshire Eagle that the 6th grader began making the comments after the teacher let his students know he is Jewish in February.
Wait.
Based kid.
Yeah, honestly, based kid. But I'm confused. How do grades work again? I thought grade 6 was 11 and grade 5 was 10. Am I tripping?
I don't know how grades work at all.
Maybe.
I didn't go to school, sorry.
Homeschooled, don't know how grades work. The deepest undersea rescue mission ever. Race to get a drone Titanic wreck and search for missing tourist sub in operation that would be 11,000 feet deeper than the deepest successful undersea rescue operation. So that's going to fail. The Joint Rescue Coordination Center of Halifax, Nova Scotia, said the Ocean Gate Expeditions vessel carrying 5 passengers, including British billionaire Hamish Harding?
Hamish.
Hamish. I thought I said Hamish.
That's Hamish.
Oh, it's Hamish?
That's Hamish.
Oh. Okay. Went missing around 9:13 p.m. Sunday, about 435 miles, 700 kilometers south of St. John's, Newfoundland. That's a dog breed. I like Newfoundlands. They're fluffy.
They are quite fluffy.
The sub was taking a crew of 5 people, including Ocean Gate CEO Stockton Rush, French explorer P.H. Nargile and Harding, to the famous Titanic wreckage as part of its 250,000 a head tour. That's a lot of money.
Per person, like.
Yeah, that's a lot of money.
When I said sub, my immediate thought was like Subway.
Same. Just sub, like, Subway. Subway sandwich. Never had a Subway sandwich, but Subway sandwich.
Subway sandwich. Around 100 letters containing suspicious white powder sent to Kansas Republicans. Is that crack?
They gotta test it.
The KBI announced on Friday that 30 letters containing a suspicious powder were reported across the state, but that number skyrocketed to 100 by Sunday. Recipients of the letters containing the powder include Kansas Attorney General Chris Kobach, R., Kansas House Speaker Carrie Raffelt, R., and various Republican lawmakers. Preliminary tests for a lab specializing in biological samples indicate the substance is presumptively negative for common biological agents of concern, said the KBI in a statement. But is it crack?
What is it?
What is... Couldn't you just tell us?
Is it drugs? Is it, like, a zombie powder or something? I don't know. Anyways, I was told I can, in fact, say monkey call here on YouTube, so we're doing that. Okay. Woman and child brutally assaulted by an African immigrant in France. Suspect arrested. Open borders have consequences. Yes, they do. In a shocking and brutal incident that has shaken the city of Bordeaux, France, a woman and a young child were viciously assaulted. The suspect, identified as an African immigrant, well known to the police, has been arrested following the incident. According to Bordeaux, I think it's Bordeaux, just have French as X's don't exist. Info. The assault occurred in broad daylight, with the video showing the attacker approaching the woman and young child seemingly with the intent to rob them.
What the hell? They probably got robbed too.
Yeah.
Okay, Rwanda. Philippines. What? Hate Gekimana. What the? How are you even supposed to pronounce that? Hates Gekimana. Hey, how do you put that together? Hates Gekimana. Did they have children make up these names?
Exactly what I'm
I want to be named Hate Gekimana. Like what?
Oh no, man.
Tried for involvement in Tutsi genocide. You know, they probably named their newborn children by whatever their first word is.
Yeah.
Like not first first understandable actual word. No, just the first gibberish they speak. And this one happened to say Hate Gekimana. Mr. Hate Gekimana / Manor. That's way easier. Well, I couldn't have just said Manor at the start.
Yeah.
66. A former chief warrant officer in the Nyanza?
I think so.
Gendarmerie. I don't know. In the... Stop with the hard words. Butar. I can't read the... What's that? Prefecture?
Yeah.
In southern Rwanda has been on trial since May 10th. Why is there no space between May and 10th? It's May 10th! He's had little opportunity to express himself and has usually chosen to remain silent when questioned. Mr. I'm just gonna say Manier is on trial for his alleged involvement in the murders of dozens of Tutsis in Butere Prefecture, including the mayor of Natazo, who resisted the implication of genocide in his commune. In particular, he is alleged to have ordered the... I forgot how you say that word.
Oh, which one?
Eradication?
Yeah.
Of several barriers, roadblocks intended to control and kill Tutsi civilians. I admit, same thing. It's literally the same thing.
Son of controversial former Democratic state. Okay, can you be a little bit quieter about that?
No.
Son of controversial former Democratic state representative kills 5 young Somali women in a fatal car crash. The deceased have been identified as Sarah, spelled the weirdest way possible.
Wait, what? Zara?
Or maybe that's Sarah?
That looks like Sarah.
It might be, but it also looks like it could just be a weird way of spelling Sarah.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Jasadi? I'm so done with these names. 20. Salma. What?
Ikader.
20. Sagal Hersey. 19. Siham Adam. That's normal. 19. And Sabrine Ali. 17. These young women were returning from Carmel Mall late Friday evening, June 16th, after applying henna for their friend's wedding. When the tragedy happened, Star Tribune reported. The impact of the collision was so severe that all 5 victims were pronounced dead at the scene. While the identity of the SUV driver who caused the fatal crash was not immediately released, 2 sources have identified him as Derek John Thompson. Derek is the son of former DFL State Representative John Thompson.
You know, and a little meme here. This is either photoshopped, or I just want to know what they expected you to write here. On this little card. Because the 4 blanks, ER.
Driver.
Oh, driver! That's good. Okay, now pick a child from here.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Okay.
Anyways.
The Weeknd. Lily Rose Depp.
Ha ha ha. You did bad.
Do inappropriate things in dressing room in cringiest idol scene yet.
Cringy. Oh my goodness.
This is technically just cringiest, but cringiest. I don't know. The highly criticized HBO show, which was co-created by The Weeknd, Euphoria director Sam Levinson and Reza Fahim, continued to face backlash online after its 3rd episode was released Sunday night. In the episode titled Daybreak, lead Lily Rose Depp's character Jocelyn and The Weeknd, who plays creepy club owner Tedros, start doing inappropriate things in a Valentino dressing room. However, in the middle of their I'm gonna cancer. In the middle of their rather loud hookup, Depp walks out, leaving The Weeknd's character. Okay, continue.
War crime call.
Safer.
Romanian prosecutors send Andrew Tate to trial for trafficking. Okay. The Tate brothers and 2 Romanian female suspects are under house arrest pending a criminal investigation for abuses committed against 7 women, accusations they have denied. The 4 were held in police custody from December 29th until March 31st before a butcherist court put them under house arrest. The trial will not start immediately.
Okay.
Why not? Why does it take years to start trial? I don't
know.
understand. An ace attorney, it takes like a day.
Surprise shake-up at Alibaba. Alibaba? Really? As CEO steps down, moves to cloud unit. Zhang? What? I think that's Zhang.
Zhang?
I don't know. 51 will
Relinquish
the top job at one of China's leading technology conglomerates.
Mm-hmm.
Come September, he'll remain CEO of the cloud computing business as it pushes towards a spin-off and future public listing. Alibaba announced plans to spin off its cloud division in May. Executive Vice Chairman Joseph Tsai,
I guess, yeah.
a longtime friend of co-founder Jack Ma, will succeed Zhang. The reshuffle is a move to put Ma's trust team back at the helm of technology company valued at $240 billion. I expected it to say million for some reason. Zhang's unexpected departure comes months after the company announced it would split into 6 independently run entities.
Okay then. Kuwait forms new government. Kuwait formed a new government on Sunday, naming Saad al-Barak as oil minister to replace Badr al-Mullah and reappointing finance minister Manaf
Abdulaziz
al-Hadri. AFP reports. According to the reports, Sheikha Ahmed Nawaf Ahmad al-Safa. I'm trying, man.
So wait, let me get this straight.
Completely given up.
Let me get this straight. This is how long their name is. Their name is Sheikha Ahmed Nawaf Allah Ahmad al-Sabia.
That's a very long name.
That's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's like 7 names. If you include the alls. If you don't, that's only like 1, 2, that's like 5.
Yeah, still. Okay, who was reappointed as Prime Minister last week, formed a new cabinet announced in a decree carried by the state news agency Kuna.
CUNA.
The Gulf Arab state also named a new defense minister,
Sheikha Ahmed al-Fahad al-Ahmed al-Sabah.
The report added.
Imagine having that in your name.
So done with these names.
Like
I'm so
5
done.
names? Really? You need 5 names and 3 of them have alls?
Okay, so in today's news, we have multiple cancer stories, multiple impossible to pronounce names. Why? Why?
Blinken sucks up to slave labor nation on Juneteenth. Badgering average Americans about ongoing need to grapple with the legacy of slavery has become a full-time job for many in Washington. Upon taking office, the Biden administration pledged to take a whole of our government approach to advancing racial equality. That is why it comes as a surprise to see Secretary of State. What? Antony? Antony?
Yeah, Anthony.
Blinken meet with Chinese President Xi Jinping in Beijing today. It is more than ironic that Blinken chose Juneteenth, the day of reverence.
Reverence?
I don't know. Our leaders insisted to be set aside to reflect on the horrors of slavery. To meet with the leaders of one of the most prolific slave-holding states in the world today.
You know what? They don't actually care.
I want to know. Why does everyone care about slavery so much? It's done. It's not happening anymore.
No, because it's happening in China.
Oh, is it still?
What? Did you not?
No, I didn't.
You didn't compute a single thing.
No,
Right?
I didn't.
Yeah, no, China still has slave labor. That's why everything from China is so cheap.
Okay, well, China's not our problem.
Not wrong there. Alright, thank you for listening to Mia.
And Maya, read the Pole News Central homepage. Please donate. What?
What are you saying?
Please comment, share, donate.
And subscribe. Come back tomorrow for second news.